Welcome to the show tonight. We will get started shortly. Welcome, everybody. Whether you're here live or listening to this at some point in the future, they are all around you. You were born into Satan's great deception. People have married them, people have reproduced with them. They are all around you. Let them grow together till the end. And that's a little bit about what this show is going to be. I'm going to show you some visual references on the TV. And because my technology ability is about Madden 98, it's going to be a little bit rustic, but you will understand how you were born into the great deception for a reason. It's not your fault, it's a blessing. Gabriel is with us. Welcome. Glad to have you. Just getting started here. Another thing that I want to talk about as well is the statue of the praying hands. Everybody has a statue of the praying hands or a picture. Aaron Hayward is with us from down under. Welcome. Glad to have you. Those praying hands that everybody has is the hand pyramid. They have crept into the church unaware. So when you're little, you're taught to put your hands into a pyramid and pray. They make little statues of them, but if you turn them towards you, it's just the hand pyramid disguised as religion, the satanic human trafficking hand pyramid. All around you, hanging up in your church, little Bible verses under them. Those hand pyramids are a tool Satan uses in his deception to deceive you. Be aware of when people talk to you if they do that. Let them know that doesn't work on you. Yeah, that's right, Aaron. They always would say, fold your hands like that. They do your hand pyramid. Now, you're not doing the hand pyramid towards me, but you're doing the hand pyramid. The satanic hand pyramid, just disguised. Just disguised. Justice is with us. Welcome, Justice. Glad to have you. So I'm going to show you later some visual references. And like I said, my technology ability is about Madden 98. But it will get the point across. Aaron put up a Bible verse. I don't have the ability to do that. You're going to have to put it up here. Then I can read it to them. But in a little bit, I will show you how they have crept into the church unaware. Or I'll make a video of it. I made a video of it already, but I wasn't happy with it. It was a little bit bootleg and hard to follow. So I figured I'd do it live because that's easier for me. But you've all seen the pictures of the praying hands. You've all seen people doing the hand pyramid. You know they have crept into the church unaware. That's why that exists. Also, reference the hippie Jesus. That's why that exists. Deception. Whether it be the white hippie, the black hippie, the Asian hippie, doesn't matter. All an illusion. Yeah. Yeah, they pray out in the open for everybody to see. That's what it is. All the people you see walking around in New York, the Jewish communities, trying to go right to God. The only way to the Father is through the Son. In fact, they are the synagogue of Satan. It says that the Jews of the last days would be the synagogue of Satan. Just imposters, pretending, and nothing more. People need to come out of the churches, the Catholic Church, however that works. The hierarchy is nothing more than men giving themselves authority over men. It is not ordained by God at all. Part of the deception. Come out from them. The wrath of God is coming upon this place. How it is presented doesn't matter, does it? Doesn't matter whether it's a volcano going off, or a world war, or a little of both. It doesn't matter. All these things must come to pass. Since you are hidden with Christ in God, none of it is for you. As long as you're a good tree bearing good fruit, a fisher of men, are you putting in that work? No doubt Satan's people are. Is God's people the real ones? Not those people with blowhorns standing on the street yelling at people, or standing in a church blind, leading the blind, or in the church blind, being led astray by the wolves in sheep's clothing. They have crept into the church unaware. Or are you a human that sees the world for what it is now, or feels it? Maybe you can just feel something's wrong. That is God calling you back to the narrow path. You have to come out of that world. You have to come out of those churches. They have no authority to be teaching. They have no knowledge to be giving, no wisdom in anything, and will lead to their own demise. So deceived that some of them are going to tell God, I worked for you. I did that church stuff my whole life. God's going to say, I never knew you. That deceived. Even the elect, if possible. At one point, we were all in the world. But hopefully, at some point, you have realized the great deception brought to you by Satan that you exist in and were born in. And also, hopefully, you've realized you're going to play a part in this, an amazing part. What that part is doesn't matter any more than what heaven's going to be like. It's going to be amazing, is it not? As amazing as the part that you will play, do not worry about what that is. God will use you as needed. Continue drawing near to Him. Time is short. We are few in this place. It's going to collapse and come to an abrupt end the way people knew it. Aaron Hayward says God did not give them the permission to ask for money using his name either. That's right. Well said, Aaron. They're selling something they don't have, the church pastors. They don't have any wisdom or knowledge to sell. More blind, leading the blind. Also, they're charging for it. So they're charging for something they ain't got. Dead already. Just that quick. If they had it and they charged for it, it would be an insta wrap. Instantly. And that's how they'll go on selling their books. No wisdom, no understanding, no depth in anything. All dead already. They don't want to hear that. Yeah. Gigi, welcome, says Ephesians, in whom we also have ordained an inheritance. Yes, by grace. Well said, Gigi. Being predestined according to the purpose of him who worketh all things. That's right. In the counsel of his will. God's will be done. That's right. Well said. Thank you for that. When he needs you, he's going to grab you. That's what it is. So I pray Christ use this body as a vessel to glorify you. We are all sinners, but what that does, it means you work for him. You're aware that you're a sinner, and you're aware why you're here. Not like the zombies. They go to church every Sunday. They give $20 and they think they're going to be saved. It's quite the opposite. They never tried. They never tried at all. And they are going to be shocked at the outcome. Especially when the collapse happens. Because they're all going to run to the churches. And one day, they're going to get to look back and see the deception for what it was, what we talk about. And they're going to realize they have crept into the church unaware. So they had always been going there. And then in their time of need, when they were being attacked, when they were attacking them, they ran to they. never understanding it. They think it's just a person, a pastor, but it's not. Inwardly, ravenous wolves, no love in them, disguised as angels of light, pastors and teachers and everything else. Summertime Daisies is with us. Welcome. Glad to have you as well, Summertime. Halloween. Notice how I didn't say happy Halloween to everybody. Forgive me. Do not partake in that since I was probably 8 years old. That's what everybody's doing tonight. Dressed up goblins and ghouls, pretending there's something they're not. And the real goblins and ghouls are out putting in work. Yeah, yeah, I understand that. You talking to? Oh, you're talking Isaiah. I did not. I'll have to look at that 59. I guess I'll look at that right now. Isaiah 59. Is that what you're talking about, Aaron? Yeah, we talked about Isaiah 29. I will have to look into that, Aaron. Did anybody see the Northern Lights, the Aurora Borealis? Yeah. Aaron, I'm just looking at that verse right now, 59:5. So you're talking about, and I literally just glanced at it, and God instantly gave it to me. So you're talking about you going away, and the bootleg version of you continues on. Is that what you're saying here? With the spiders and stuff? They like they think they're gonna get all their dreams come. Yeah, yeah. See how quick he gives it to me. That's what I was trying to explain. How when people sell their soul, yeah, that's right. Like a bootleg version of you. You know what I mean? But it ain't this you. It's a good verse. You see that? Isaiah 59, verse 5. Just read the whole thing, right? Another worldly term would be like the cloning. You get cloned or something. But in real life, Satan looks for who he can devour. And how it works is this you goes away and some imposter you shows up. It got nothing to do with cloning. It's all devil stuff. Satan looks for who he can devour. And that's what that verse Aaron just put up there is about. It's about the bootleg you continuing on, pretending it's you. Probably a whole lot sketchier. Just saying. And you probably get credit for what that thing does. You know the deal. Do not sell your soul. You will be sorely mistaken, and you will immediately have buyer's remorse. Aaron, yes, that is exactly what is meant. Yes, Aaron. Well done. Makes me happy. When you guys put stuff up there that has depth. All of you have done it. Yeah, Gigi says Americans spent $10.1 billion on Halloween this year. Certainly did. Fake paper dollars that they worked very hard for in dead end, unfulfilling jobs to go buy plastic crap, little molds of goblins and ghouls, and then fat Santas with white beards. You know the deal. Then Valentine's Day, then a birthday shows up, then it's Christmas Eve. All this money generating crap, that's the world. Come out of that world. And plus, like I said before, Christ wasn't born that day. It's a deception any more than he was a hippie. I think he was probably born on April 1st, April Fool's Day, for they hate him. But in reality, it doesn't really matter. The date. What does matter is that it happened. And that's all that matters. And how he looked doesn't matter. All that matters is that he was, and he will come back here again to get us. No doubt about it. On the last day, when that sky rolls back like a scroll, and our work here is done. Don't listen to those rapture people. Where you go floating off into the clouds. You didn't float down in here when you were a baby, right? You ain't gonna float up out of here. They don't understand that part of it. I think they're gonna take this body with them into heaven. But in fact, are the blind leading the blind? Whoever started that word, and how they put that in a book or something, and then stupid people bought that book. Then they started teaching their congregations and or such. Now you got a bunch of stupid people. And that's why. That's an easy way out for them. As their world crumbles, but they're never going to come out of that world. They're going to go down with that world. They're not going to float away. They're never going to understand why it didn't work. In fact, it wasn't real. Also, one day, they will get to look back at how deceived they were. Most of them married them, reproduced with them. And then when you marry one of them, let them grow together, right? Then you marry one of them. You got that whole sketchy family. The whole thing. It's not just like one, right? Good trees bear good fruit. But if they're growing together, it doesn't work well. And so you get this whole sketchy family. You get mom, you get the kids, you get grandma, grandpa, aunts, everybody, uncles, all sketchy. All they. In some way or another. Usually the sketchiest one calls itself the matriarch. That's what it is all around you. Everywhere. We do not judge. God said, whoever. God so loved the world that whoever believes. Also, we talked about how he said, I have sheep, not of this fold. Do not judge, or you will be judged. But until you understand who you are and what comes along with that, it doesn't matter. They can't do nothing for anybody because they're still in the world, trapped. Like I said, individual. So all this is what this game is. Ivy Surreal is with us. Welcome. But this is an individual game. Till you figure it out, then you get some wisdom and knowledge and understanding, then you can do something for everybody, whoever. Yeah, the rapture is a cowardly doctrine. It certainly is, Aaron. They don't want to be tested. They wouldn't even understand. That's why their hearts are going to fail from fear. They're going to go down with this world that crumbles a little bit more every day. But yet they're going to do whatever it takes to stay in that world that we all know ceased to exist a while ago. And the illusion of it maintains on, per the birth pains and the tribulation. Some people, the church people, will say, we are in the tribulation already. Huh. Say, no, you're not. And they would say, how do you know we're not still in the tribulation? And I would say, because you're still alive, sir. You wouldn't be here. I will. You won't. That's how I know, church man, that we're not in it, because you're still alive. They're not going to understand that any more than they're going to understand the world crumbling around them when it does happen. They're never going to see it coming. To them, it's all good. All good as it ever was. It certainly is not. Every day crumbles a little more. They don't know anything. They don't even know our yellow sun is long gone. We have a new white one. It's way too bright. What they call clouds, whatever they are, the satanic end of the world. But not something they're going to see coming. We're going to see that great deception coming a mile away. No, sir, you won't. You were born into it. They're not going to understand that either. Let them grow together. Also, sir, you've married them and reproduced with them. They've infiltrated your whole life and they're all around you, sir. How far does he want me to keep going with it? Before he says, I'm done with you. I don't want to hear this crap. Gets a little bit too real. Someone like me is around. Even the hardest pastors, the most nonsense pastors, would crack at some point, tell me to get out of there. They don't want to hear that crap. They don't want the truth. They want to do the Bible studies the way they want to do them, with men understanding, not godly understanding, no wisdom or knowledge or real understanding, just men trying to explain. That's very few. Those are the blind leading the blind. That's like 1%. The 99% is that they have crept into the church unaware. Remember that. That's the reality you exist in. You're surrounded by serpents. The serpent was crafty, pretending they're us. And for every serpent, there's probably 100 fake robot families, devil bots, terrors. Forgive them, for they know not what they do. implanted all around you as neighbors, coworkers, friends. And they all only exist to drag your soul straight to hell. Care how long you've known that thing for. Devil bots, serpents all around you. The devil bots, forgive them, for they know not what they do, only exist as empty vessels for the fallen angels. Once the restrainer gets lifted, then they'll get cast into those bodies, pretending they're aliens, and they've always been here. And they're going to expose what they call the reptilian Dracos from the planet Draco. We know the sky will roll back like a scroll, so that ain't real. The good aliens are going to expose the bad aliens. And like I said, what God gave me is Satan will crush his own. He's not going to tell you he's Satan. He's certainly not going to tell you that they're doing that. And they're going to tell him, we did all that for you. And he's going to tell them, no, you didn't. You did all that stuff for you. And that they're dead already. They'll be dying twice, as we all know, and then cast where? Not into an awesome place. And that is what's going to happen. The mark of the beast that's going on will never, that part of it will be ongoing. You have to make that decision though. But that will never stop. That will be in the background going on through the tsunamis or whatever is coming, whatever it is. But through all of that, that will continue on. If you're wondering what you're going to do for food or anything else, refer to Deuteronomy. When he says for 40 years, your clothes didn't wear out. For 40 years, your shoes didn't wear out. You needed no bread or drink. For 40 years, you needed nothing, so that you would know I am the Lord your God. So don't worry about stockpiling stuff. You cannot put your faith in yourself or anything else, only Christ. This was a short live stream tonight. In about an hour, I'm going to come back and do my normal one. I will see you all. I have to charge my phone, so I will see you all in about an hour. God bless each and every one of you, whether you're here live or whether you're listening to this in the future. Understand who you are, how rare you are, and how special you are. God will use you when he needs you. But I will see you all in about an hour. All glory to Christ.